Case close. Mastering Madden.
Okay, so let's start attacking the defense. Number one, what I usually like to do in these, at least the past few Maddens, is to start with cover 2 first. Get, one or two or three sound fundamental cover 2 beaters, and then from there we can work in our cover 3 and 4 and so on. So what I've found so far, just based off the fact that we know this year you don't have those crazy break on the ball animations like we did last year with the 91 zone coverage where they instantly break and they break with full speed and they'll pick off the ball. So because we don't have that hole behind the cornerback and in front and to the side of the safety is actually going to be open to us this year. So I've always, I've actually talked about this in the past, and I've always wanted to exploit this zone. It was really hard last year. This year, it's simple, but you need a specific route. Okay, and the route that you need is this forced outside release go route that I've also talked about in the past and that I've used in the past, but now it's much better this year. So you see it here on the left with Packer slants, see it on the right with Packer scat, on the right with Packer drive, and but be careful. So this playbook has quite a few of these routes. You'll definitely want to look for it in your playbook. If you don't have it, you might want to consider switching out because there's a lot of these things like you'll see on the stick nod here, where it's a bit of an outside release, but it's not enough to get you the release that you want. Okay, so we'll get into Packer slants here, and we'll go into. Okay, so we can set this up two different ways. We can set this force outside release go route to the boundary as we have it here, or we can set it up to the field. It should work either way. What's going to happen is once we snap the ball, Cooks is going to round the cornerback outside, and he's going to head to the boundary. Okay, so he's going to do that with a nice angle and with a nice, he's going to do that quickly as opposed to how it would be with a fade route or a streak route or what have you. Okay, and this is going up against Harrison Smith here, the best zone coverage safety in the game. So, right now in Ultimate Team or what have you, you're going to be going up against much worse safeties, and so you're going to have a lot more room than what you see here. Okay, so basically once he passes that cornerback, and you're going to want to, develop the timing a little bit. It's still a little bit tight, but you can definitely get it down. And then you're just gonna throw an outside pass lead, maybe a bit of outside and forward pass lead, 10 o'clock or something like that. And then you can ride the rack catches or you just possession catch it, because sometimes that safety will try to lay a big hit on you. Okay, so it'll look something like this. And then sometimes if you really do it nicely, or if you're going up against these worse safeties, you can rack that and you can turn that up for a one-play touchdown. Okay, so not bad. So what I like about this, 3 things I like about this. It's quick. Okay, so you don't have to worry about a long developing crossing route or a deep play down the seam or something like that. It's much quicker. You just have to wait for him to clear that 5, 6, 7 yards of that cornerback, and then you're good. Another thing is that it's away from the user, so you don't have to worry about anything in the middle. So the user is never going to be way out there. You don't even have to worry about him being there. And the third thing, which I forget about, it's just one route. Okay, so how many coverage beaters do you know that are just one route? So you have the halfback, you have this the tight end or whatever, the slot receiver, and the other wide receiver to do whatever you want. Okay, so I might make a video on that going forward, what we can do with that to really make this good. So if we think it's a cover 2, but it turns out to be a cover 3 or 4, we'll have something on that side too. Okay, so then we'll just show this to the field as well. So it's really just the exact same thing. So just like that. Okay, really devastating and dangerous route. I want to show it just one last time with a lesser safety. So let's go ahead and go Packer slants, and I'll just show you how much more room you have. So let's put in, I want to put in someone halfway decent. I guess this Harris will be okay. So cover 2, just show you how much more room you have here. Okay, so that's that. Okay, you have one awesome route that you should always have in your arsenal. You definitely find that. You can leave that over there. If you ever see a cover 2, you know you'll have that, and then you have 4 other routes to work with to work into if you see a cover 3 or 4 or whatever. Okay, hope you guys like that one. I'll be back with the next tip probably tomorrow, and we'll see you in the next one.